2, 1.
Hi guys, it's your girl Becca, and today's video is going to be a how-to on how I go from this to a nice, sleek, high bun on my daughter's thick, natural, coarse hair. Stay tuned to see how I achieve this look. Here you'll see me about to apply a heat protector to a section of her hair, and her hair has actually been in a protective style for about a week, but it's looking nappy and crusty, so it's really time to get this out of here and come up with something totally new for her to start the week. So I'm just combing that heat protectant through this section of her hair, and then I'm also gonna see you're gonna see me apply this Super Grow grease to her scalp, as I am also greasing her scalp at the same time. I'm gonna comb through this section yet again and just get it ready to pass through with my flat iron. Y'all, I don't remember where I got this flat iron from. I've had it for a long time, but it will do the job. So I'm just doing a back and forth motion to her roots, and then I'm going to start actually passing through the hair. I'm trying to minimize the times that I actually pass through her hair. So I'm chasing it with a comb, or I'm chasing the comb with the flat iron to make sure I get all of the kinks out and have it as straight and flat as possible in the end. So now I'm going to take the next section and basically do the same thing. We're going to section it off. I'm going to comb through it, try to get all of the kinks out, and then make it as smooth as possible before I actually start to apply the heat from the flat iron. So her hair, as you can see, is very thick. It's very coarse. So it takes quite a bit of work to be able to achieve and make it manageable. She's also very tender-headed, so I'm trying to be mindful of that, as I don't want to upset her or make her not like getting her hair done, because it's always a struggle, y'all, when it's time to do her hair. So now I'm taking my flat iron, and again I'm doing that back and forth motion at the root of her hair, trying to get that as smooth and as straight as possible. And now I'm starting to actually do my pass through her hair with the rat tail comb, combing out the ends, trying to get it as straight as possible, and then doing another pass and doing the chasing method as well. So those ends are kind of dry, or were kind of dry, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting them as straight as possible and not, of course, doing any type of damage to her hair. We don't want to damage the hair, so I'm really interested to see if this heat protector will work like I hope it will. And now I'm just kind of going back in this small little section. I didn't like how the hair felt as I was combing through it with the rat tail comb, so I felt like I needed to go back in and try to get it a little bit more straight than what it was for this little section. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and continue doing this in this one little section, and then I'll get back with you guys once I've done all of that. So now I've gotten through this one section, and now I'm just combing through it, showing you guys how straight it has gotten compared to all of the other sections that you see in her head, and I'm very pleased with the result. So now you guys can kind of get a better idea of how her hair was braided up. It was just sectioned off and in big little chunky plaits, all going up into one central ponytail. So this was very good in terms of going in and straightening her hair, because it was sectioned off. It definitely made it more manageable for me. So I just took a section at a time, and I was able to straighten it the way that it was styled in this protective styling ponytail. So now I'm just starting to take a loose. The next section, we'll go ahead and repeat those same steps, and then we'll get it done, y'all. We are working towards getting this whole head done in a timely manner, so y'all stay tuned. Now guys, we've made a lot more progress, and now I'm just combing through all of the sections that I have straightened. So I kind of have done half of her head at this point, and I'm pleased with the results. So now I'm just going to go ahead and braid this section, or put this section in one big plait, get it out of the way, and then I can start to work on the top part of her head and the crown of her head. So I feel like this is a good way to help keep it tamed. It won't shrink back up or anything because it's hot or the heat. I don't know. I just felt like putting it in one big braid would definitely be a win for us to go ahead and finish. So now I'm going to apply more heat protector to the top section of her hair, and this is where it gets really tricky because she is definitely tender-headed at the crown of her head. So now I'm just showing you guys how I apply the heat protector to this big massive section. I'm doing it like this because I feel like I don't want it to be too oily, as I kind of was getting that vibe from the bottom section. So I said, hey, we're just gonna kind of apply it one time, and then just have it go all across this big section. So now I'm going to go ahead and flat iron this section of her hair, and you guys can see kind of close up how that looks in terms of me trying to get to those roots. Make sure it's nice and straight. Then I'm going to grab my rat tail comb and go ahead and do this pass through chasing method. And y'all see that smoke coming off of that flat iron. It's not good, but it's good. Give Cam a hug. Alright, come on, we gotta finish. So now I'm just combing through this section, checking my work. I'm also going to be applying a little bit more heat protector, as this is the thickest part of her hair, you guys. I'm just showing you kind of how much I use, and we're just gonna run it through this section, this last little section, and we're gonna get it done, you guys. We're almost at the finish line. Okay, so we have flat ironed her entire head, and so now I am just combing back her hair, and I'm going to section it off in little sections, and I'm going to go in with my golden hot straightening comb, and I'm going to hit those edges, y'all, or hit those roots, y'all, trying to make them as straight as possible, trying to get in there real good to where the flat iron really couldn't do it justice. And I want to make sure that I get them as straight as possible so that she can achieve that sleek look without me having to use products such as you know, the stuff that you use to lay down edges. So here I'm just trying to be very careful so I do not burn her, and I'm sorry that my camera is blurry, but I'm sure it doesn't know whether to focus on my child, there we go, or focus on my hand, or focus on the camera. But hopefully you guys get a good idea of what I'm doing, and I just really am trying to mimic what they do at the hair salon. I am by no means a licensed stylist. I just needed to get something done to my daughter's hair. You guys saw how it was looking. It was looking like she was just a stepchild of some sort, and we just couldn't have that any longer. So now I'm trying to just be very careful as I go in and hit those fine baby hairs at the root. So now I'm going to the back of this one section, and I'm just kind of again trying to hit those roots in this one little quadrant. And yeah, now we're at the back, and I'm going to do the same thing back here in the back. Just kind of go through with the comb through it, kind of try to hit all of the little kinks one last time, the ones that the flat iron did not address, and try to make it as smooth as possible, you guys. That is the goal here. Again, I'm not trying to get it bone straight. I'm just trying to make it manageable so we can comb through it. Look at my son, y'all. He's trying to entertain his sister, but she is not here for it. She is so ready to get up out of mommy's salon home chair. So now I'm just at the back, again trying to be very careful so that I do not burn her. I'm trying to get that kitchen, y'all, trying to get that kitchen straight, get it straight. So I'm trying to be very careful. And yeah, this is the outcome, you guys. Smooth. I'm very pleased. I'm able to run my wide tooth comb through her entire head, and now we can achieve this bun style that I don't know what else to do. So when all else fails, throw it up in a bun. So here is the finished look. It's something low-key, y'all. Something real low-key. Real, no, son. Real low-key. Yes. This is just the prep for what I can do to it. Okay, bye. Go check it out. Alright, now you can go. Y'all, that is so disgusting to me. I do not understand why kids like to be in this crap and they have to take their shoes off, but trying to let go and let God. Look at my son, y'all. Katie. You ain't supposed to be on that. Get down. Thugging it. Get down, boy. Y'all, I'm trying to post on Snapchat and vlog at the same time.